a curator at the National Football Museum. The museum's collection is packed with the history of the game of our lives. In this video, I'll be taking you through 11 of the most interesting and important objects in our football fan culture collection. From the very early days of organised football, fans have been able to show their fandom through collectibles. Our first object is a Baines card from the late 19th century, featuring player Arthur Wharton. John Baines of Bradford was one of the earliest printers of football cards, starting his business in the 1880s. The aim was to collect as many as possible, and to play games to win or swap cards. Football cards became a hugely popular phenomenon that continues today, with football cards and stickers for major tournaments being sold around the world. However, it wouldn't be until 2011 when women's football would feature in the collectible sticker set, when Panini released their Women's World Cup final collection. A rattle is probably the object most associated with football fans immediately following the Second World War, and we have an impressive selection at the museum. Our second object is this rattle taken by a Wolverhampton Wanderers fan to the 1949 FA Cup final when Wolves met Leicester City and won 3-1. Like other objects that will feature in this first 11, fans decorated them to reflect their team, and in this case the match the rattle was used. Object number 3 is a pin badge featuring World Cup Willie, the first widely available World Cup mascot produced for the 1966 finals in England. Willie has become part of the visual language of the tournament, which combined English tradition with forward-looking commercialisation. There was an explosion of World Cup Willie branded merchandise, such as hats, tea towels and beer bottles. Our next object is a handmade rosette made by a fan for the 1980 Women's FA Cup final between St Helens and Preston North End. Rosettes, which are relatively easy to make, were another way that fans could show their allegiance, and were often worn to attend big events in the football calendar, such as FA Cup finals. For many years there has been a tradition of fans dressing up for FA Cup finals, and rosettes have become part of this tradition. Football faced significant challenges in the late 1980s, and the perception of football fans was tainted by the rise in and focus on a hooligan minority. In response to this situation, ever-optimistic football fans tried to bring some much-needed fun to the terraces. It is thought the craze was started by a Manchester City fan bringing an inflatable banana, like this one in the museum's collection, to a match in 1987, and the craze reached its peak in the 1988-89 season, when a huge variety of inflatables briefly became part of terrace culture. Our next object represents a defining moment in English fan experience and the reaction of the football community to it. In 1989, in an increasingly hostile environment for football fans, overcrowding, which resulted in a crush caused by negligent individual and collective police decision-making, led to the deaths of 96 innocent Liverpool fans. The sadness and anger caused by the disaster was felt by all football fans, and many campaigned actively against the negative perception of football fans and the poor stadium conditions that contributed to the tragedy. Following the initial inquiry into the disaster by Lord Justice Taylor, the 1990 Taylor Report recommended many changes to safety standards in stadiums. Our seventh object is a Doncaster Belles WFC scarf used by a fan in the 1990s. The Doncaster Belles are one of English football's most successful and popular teams. Alongside their success on the pitch, the club is known for its committed fan base and sense of community. To the outrage of many football fans, Doncaster Belles were controversially demoted from the top tier of women's football during an FA restructure and expansion of the Women's Super League. Official club scarves are now very easy to come by, but we also have examples in the National Football Museum collection of hand-knitted and hand-embroidered scarves, like this one taken by a Preston North End fan to the FA Cup final in 1964. In 1996, England hosted the European Championships, 30 years after success in the 1966 World Cup on home soil. Our eighth object is a Euro 96 ticket for a game at Old Trafford between eventual winners Germany and Russia. Although England only made it to the semi-finals, for many, the tournament marks a high point in English football's collective memory. The tournament coincided with a revival in British popular culture, with the Lightning Seeds classic Three Lions and the phrase "football's coming home" synonymous with the tournament. Our ninth object is a share record produced by FC United of Manchester. FC United is a member-owned, democratic, not-for-profit organisation created by Manchester United fans in 2005, after a takeover of the club by American businessman Malcolm Glazer, built upon many other issues to push a group of fans to become independent. By encouraging supporters to be part of a better way for football and buy a community share, the club raised money to build their own ground in Moston. Our 10th object is this England Three Lions Pride banner, taken to the World Cup in Russia 2018. Three Lions Pride is the LGBT+ group for England fans. It was designed by Manchester United and England fan David Gwinnett. The banner represents a wider movement in recent years of LGBTQ+ fans organising against continued homophobia in football and campaigning for better representation and equality. Our final object again looks at representation in football fandom, a special edition of Girlfans zine by Jackie McCassie and Zoe Hitchin, published in 2019. Girlfans began in 2013 to celebrate and give visibility to female fan fashion and culture. It follows a tradition of alternative fan culture being voiced through fanzines. This special edition gave a platform to female Bury fans following the loss of their club after financial mismanagement by the owners and the failings of the English Football League. The loss of Bury Football Club highlighted for many how the community impact of a club needs to be protected from the forces of commercialisation and unscrupulous owners. So that's 11 key objects of football fan culture from the museum's collection. But which objects would you include? Let us know in the comments. Find these and thousands of other objects on our online collection at nationalfootballmuseum.com. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more football history content.